So we're at the gym right now. Today's lift is going to be chest and arms. Now, I typically don't hit triceps on my chest day, but today I'm going to be doing that. The reason that I typically don't hit triceps on my chest day is because my triceps have been a weak point for basically the whole time I've been lifting, and I've been trying to separately grow my chest and my triceps, so I put them on different days. And today I'm just going to be hitting arms on the same day, and I know the pump is going to be absolutely insane because arm pumps are fantastic and chest pumps are also fantastic. 2 chest movements, so I know that my triceps really won't be fatigued, and I'm going to try hitting my triceps on my chest day to see how the growth is. I wanted to give you guys some tips on how to bulk because bulking is what I've been doing for the entire time I've been lifting, and I've put on over 50 pounds of nearly all lean muscle. So I wanted to give you guys some tips on specifically how I did that and how I've been able to continuously put on muscle and stay disciplined in the gym. So tip number 1 on how to bulk the optimal way is going to be training with very high intensity. This is so important when you are in the gym. You want to be going very close to failure in order to break down your muscles, and then you are able to rebuild them after the gym. The reason that you want to basically break down your muscle is because your body will know that you are not able to lift that weight anymore, so your muscles want to get bigger in order to do that because you're putting your muscle under stress, and it doesn't like that. But when you are stretching and contracting your muscle fibers, they want to grow. I personally recommend a low volume, high intensity approach to training. This is because you can easily overtrain. There's a certain spot to where you're going to gain the perfect amount of muscle, and if you go over that limit, too many sets in your workout, then you are going to basically limit your gains, and you don't want to do that. Each time you break down your muscle, you're doing more and more sets, you're going to keep injuring yourself basically, and there's a point where you just cannot recover from it. Typically I do 2 sets per exercise, and I will tell you guys how many sets I do, how many reps I do for each of these exercises today in the gym, hitting chest and arms. After switching to a lower volume, high intensity training approach, I've definitely noticed much more gains. So what you want to be doing is training with high enough intensity in the gym, and you will make gains. Just don't overdo it. Alright, so I will see you guys in the gym.
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear outweighed the person you are.
Alright, so the lift is now complete. We just finished up that chest and arms workout, and the pump was honestly insane, and I might start doing this more. However, I don't think my triceps grow as much doing them on chest day rather than back day, so I'm probably gonna keep it this way, but I'm going to be rearranging my split a bit. I'm going to be hitting a few muscle groups more than others. Most of you probably already know that I hit chest once to twice per week. I hit legs once to twice per week, and all other muscle groups are 2 to 3 times per week, because these are muscle groups that I feel I recover better by taking more rest time in between each session for them. So for my chest day, I do 3 chest days per 2 weeks, and I've seen very good gains off of it. My chest workout is only 2 exercises, and many people bench all the time, do 4 sets of bench and 4 sets of other exercises, but personally I haven't seen very many gains off of doing that many sets. I've definitely seen much more gains off of a lower volume approach. Most people think that when you do an incline press that you are completely only isolating your incline chest or clavicular head of your chest, but you're actually not. You're using your entire pec. You do it at a certain angle, you could say, then you're basically going to hit your upper, mid, and lower chest all at the same time, but mainly focus on your upper chest. And then with pec deck, you can do it in a couple different variations. The way that I do it is shoulders absolutely pinned against the pad, and make sure that I'm keeping my arm straight at the end of the rep so that I'm fully contracting my mid to lower pec. So tip number 2 is going to be eating enough food. Now this is pretty obvious that you want to eat enough food to obviously build muscle. However, most people don't know how to track their calories correctly, or they just don't eat enough. A lot of people say that they're eating enough, but they really aren't. They don't track their calories. They don't know how much calories or protein is in certain foods. This is crucial to your muscle building, because knowing how much food you eat and eating that amount every single day is what is going to allow you to make gains. And personally, I eat the same meals every day, and this is how I know that I'm getting enough calories, enough protein in, and fitting all of my other macronutrients to build muscle. Food is what builds your muscle. After you are in the gym, you're destroying your muscle and building it back up with protein throughout your sleep, throughout the day. And taking rest days is also very important, because you're allowing your body extra rest to recover your muscles. I personally train 5 days a week, and I've found so much gains off of this rather than 6 to 7 days a week. Everything is different for everyone in the gym. Some people benefit off of certain foods more, off of certain exercises more. So don't base your training or your diet off of what everyone else is doing. Find what works best for you. Try out multiple different things. If you're someone who is struggling to find a certain diet or a certain workout plan, then obviously you can base it off other people's. My split is based off of multiple different people's ideologies, certain training techniques I've got from watching many other people who are successful in bodybuilding. So tip number 3, and the final tip of this video, is going to be recovery and sleep. 8 hours of sleep is sufficient enough to recover your body throughout the day and throughout the night, so you can have a good next session the next day. Having a good night routine also plays into getting good sleep. Eating slow digesting protein before you go to sleep, taking a cold shower is something that is so beneficial to your health, as well as just getting good sleep. And sleeping in a cold room is something that I personally do, as well as sleeping with completely dark room, no lights whatsoever. Another thing that I personally do to get better sleep is to not look at my phone about an hour before I go to sleep. I make sure I have a specific night routine that allows me to be locked in for my sleep. And yeah, that sounds weird to be locked in for your sleep, but sleep is so important to muscle building that you have to take it seriously if you want to make gains. So the 3 tips that I showed with you in this video are to train with high enough intensity, going to failure in the gym, and making sure that your training sessions are just completely all out and you're giving 100% effort in the gym, as well as that you are eating enough food to build muscle in the first place, because food is the key to building muscle. It is how your muscles grow, and it is so important to eat enough protein and calories to just find out what works for you when it comes to dieting. And the last tip that I shared with you is to get enough sleep, to make sure you are recovering so that you're actually building muscle rather than continuously destroying it. You don't want to hit chest on Monday and then hit chest on Wednesday again, because your chest is not going to be recovered to hit it on Wednesday again, and you're going to destroy it and you're not going to build muscle. So make sure that you are getting 8 hours of sleep, that you are taking enough rest days to where you see gains. These tips are so crucial when it comes to muscle building. There are many other factors that play into muscle building, but these are the 3 main tips that I have for you in this video. And keep these in mind if you're looking to make as much gains as possible. Alright, so that is going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the tips that I have for how to bulk the optimal way. Obviously, there are a few other ways to bulk, such as ego lifting and just eating a ton of food, slamming down food and calories, and basically just doing whatever it takes, but I wouldn't recommend doing that because you're probably going to gain more fat than you actually want to, and you're just not going to make as clean of muscle gain. It's not all going to be lean muscle tissue. You're going to gain fat, and obviously on my bulk I gained a little bit of fat, but that is the price that you have to pay in order to make the most gains as possible. Obviously you can't gain 100% lean muscle tissue unless you eat a very specific way. As a beginner lifter in the gym, that is probably something that you don't want to do. So eat in a calorie surplus and get enough protein in the day, train hard in the gym, and you're going to be very successful and make as much gains as you can as a beginner lifter.